Greetings and salutations one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's another Tuesday night right here, the first one of March. Tonight we do a thing we call Healthy Love. I want to say big ups to each and everyone locked in right now. Those on TuneIn Radio, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Those who are tuned in to One Harmony Radio across the pond. Good morning to you. Big ups. Musical genius, Queen Genius. Welcome to everybody tuning in from One Harmony Radio. I want to say big ups to those who hail from Detroit to Denmark and everywhere in between by way of WGLRO, home of the Don and Walker Morning Show, which takes you from the sheets to the streets. Greetings and salutations to you guys. Those tuning on PEMGTV.com, welcome. And of course, right here at the home of the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. I welcome you all. I'm glad that you're here. Glad to have you. I couldn't do it without you. And you have my word. I would not try. Kicking it off tonight, the little DeVille. The track is called Burning Up.
I say yeah. I say la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Girl, your body's on fire. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. The way you do it, what you doing, girl, you do it like nobody else. Oh, and I don't care if you with somebody tonight. I want you for myself. Oh yeah. Your every move is clearly telling me, baby, that you want me. Tonight you're here to live your life. You don't care about nobody. We do what we want. Drink all night if it's what we want. Get drunk, let up at the club. We can take it to the grave, get naked and do it all night if you wanna. La 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 la. Girl, your body's on fire. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. Never felt this intensity until we met. Make me wild, but then rewind you like a cassette. I can't wait to get my hands on you and make you sweat. Touch you in all the places I know gon' make you wet. Hot and heavy, I'm ready to go all out on you, baby. Girl, tonight I'ma turn you out. Put it down on your body. We'll do what we want. Love all night if it's what you want. We can do it anyhow, any place, anywhere. We can do it right. If that's what you want. La 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 la. Girl, your body's on fire. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. You got the whole place burning. La 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 la. Hey yeah. One time, two time, three time, rewind. One time,
I want to say big ups to Pulse Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show.
one time, two time,
When being in the moment is priceless, give them a link.
one time.
954-999-6020
Rewind.
or visit them at pulsemg.com. What can they do for you? Everything that you see right here on kevinstew.com. They can give you a website, they can host your website, they can provide streaming services to you by way of your website. Give them a call. Tell them you heard about them on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. DeVille. It's called Burning Up. And another thing that has the whole place burning up is this. I don't even want to call the name. This COVID-19 virus has the whole place just all over the place. You know, it's all the buzz, and it doesn't really matter where you are in the world. This coronavirus, COVID-19, this is what is taking the place by storm right now. Numbers to get you in touch in the show tonight. You can call, you can text 773-789-STEW. That's 773-789-7839. And those of you who are overseas and you can't call, you can't text, well, actually you can. Because you can Skype. So you can hit me up on Skype. Kevin.stew is my handle, or you can search for me using my email, djkevinstew@gmail.com. You know, get in touch. Let's have a discussion. You know, let's talk about it. Share your views. Those of you who want to have a more direct approach. You know, there's kevinstew.com. You can jump into the stew pot, where that's where we keep things bubbling. You know, come on in. The water is always fine. You can remain anonymous if you so desire. That's fine. Others call it a chat room. We here on kevinstew.com, we call it the stew pot. So all you have to do is go to kevinstew.com and boom, you're in. You don't need to sign up anywhere. You don't need to register anywhere. You just go to the page and you can chime in. You can give your comments. You can interact with other potters. And I do encourage you to do so. So I was having a discussion with a colleague earlier today. And I said to her, you know, if there is one case of this virus in New York City, it is going to send the whole country in a panic. And I didn't know at the time what I know at this time. So now I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, oh boy, how is this going to play out? The coronavirus panic has anxious New Yorkers swarming drugstores and supermarkets for germ killers. And with public health specialists stressing the importance of keeping your hands clean during a viral outbreak, hand soaps and sanitizers just seem to be flying off shelves. So here I was revisiting some of the information that I had, and I was like, you know, well, I spoke about it with a colleague. I had all intentions of addressing it. I may as well address it with some more recent information. And thanks to the New York Post, I have some of that. One of the big questions is what products are really effective against this coronavirus? And are there any that are better than others? From what we know about this virus, it is similar to previous epidemics. You know, we've been talking about it for a while. You know, it's similar to severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, or Middle East respiratory syndrome, MERS. So it should not be that difficult of a microorganism to kill. Dr. Nahid Badilia medical director of the Special Pathogens Unit at Boston Medical Center, tells the Post soap and water and alcohol-based hand sanitizers can kill it. As for what is most effective, experts agree that washing your hands is generally the better choice. It is more effective at removing stubborn grime, which bugs have a tendency to cling to and potentially feed on. And so it is more effective at killing certain pathogens also. Now, lathering up will also help you ward off more than just the coronavirus. It is going to protect you from other infectious diseases also. It helps to prevent the flu. And it helps to prevent diarrheal diseases. But we already know that now, don't we? Anybody that says, oh, wait, that's new information to me, quite possibly have been hiding under some rock somewhere. Any kind of soap can get the job done. There isn't enough science to suggest that over-the-counter antibacterial soaps are any more effective at preventing illness than plain old soap and water. And this is according to the Food and Drug Administration. Now, I don't know how many would recall a show that I did which featured information on antibacterial soaps and the potential dangers of using antibacterial soaps. One of the things that I've come to realize over the years, it sounds all good and well when you're saying, yeah, we're going to get this antibacterial soap because, bacteria, it poses such a threat to human health. Well, they can. But at the same time, what is very much present in your gut? There's a bacteria that's present in your gut. And it doesn't mean that you need to go start swallowing soap. It only means that there's some bacteria which is actually good for you. When you're going to go all Rambo on bacteria and get antibacterial soap, you're killing the good bacteria and the bad bacteria all together. So, there are certain things that you need to look at and employ within reason. One of the things that is said, though, is that if you cannot get to a sink quickly, whether it be during on a commute, you're on a plane, a bus, a train, a boat. Well, maybe not so much. But anyway, if you're commuting and you can't really get to a sink right then and there, then hand sanitizer and wipes could actually be an effective tool to kill illness-causing germs. Those made with at least 60% alcohol tend to be the most effective. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, they say, hey, listen, check the labels for phrases like ethyl alcohol or ethanol or isopropanol or N-propanol. These are all okay. But you want to have a concentration of 60% or more. Some natural, quote-unquote natural, sanitizers make the cut. You have Dr. Bronner's organic hand sanitizer spray as an example. And it is made with 62% ethyl alcohol. And you have there are others, which boast being natural hand sanitizers made with plant-based alcohol and essential oils, which consists of 70% ethyl alcohol. But it is not enough just to buy the best brand. And you know how it goes with marketing and advertising. Each brand says that they're the best and most effective. You also have to learn how to use the product right. So you could have the best product that there is on the market, the best product ever in existence. If you're not using it the right way, then what's the sense? You can have all the hand sanitizer, all the soap that you possibly could want. Unless you're washing correctly or using it the right way, you may still have virus on your hands. Literally. The CDC recommends wetting your hands with clean running water, warm or cold, either way, and then applying soap. When lathering, make sure you get the back of your hands also, between your fingers. Try to get up under your nails. And you want to do this for at least 20 seconds. So you could do something like sing the happy birthday song 2 times over. Or hum it, whichever way you want to do. And just do a whole production in your head if you want. Then you rinse and dry with a clean towel, or you let them air dry. For hand sanitizer, instructions vary by product, whether it is the number of sprays or the amount to dollop on your hands. You squeeze out the product in your hands. Now, beyond those particular guidelines, what you want to do is to make sure all areas of your hands are covered. Now, again, this includes getting between your fingers, getting up under your nails, the back of your hands, and you rub until it's dry. Don't put it on and wipe it off with a paper towel. You rub until it's dry. That's what they say you should do. And that is considered to be the effective way of applying hand sanitizer. Now, whether or not you rub properly, I guess it depends on your rubbing technique. But essentially, the process remains the same. Rub back of the hand, between the fingers, try to get up under your nails, and this is if you can't get to that soap and water. Emphasis is really placed on the soap and water, because in my opinion, it really doesn't matter how well designed the hand sanitizer is. Nothing beats good old soap and water. And as we go through tonight, you'll learn some of the reasons why. Now, here's a little bit of information to consider as it relates to the coronavirus. And again, thanks to the New York Post, I can tell you about this information. There are some states that have confirmed coronavirus cases in the US. there is Wisconsin that has one confirmed case. There's Illinois that has four confirmed cases. Massachusetts has one confirmed. Rhode Island has two. New York State has one confirmed case of coronavirus. Scary, ain't it? But that's only parts of the central and eastern United States. There's more. Texas has 11 confirmed cases. Florida, my sweet, sweet Florida, that has two cases. And these two popped up yesterday. Utah has one. Arizona has one. And California, well, let me hit California in a minute. Oregon has two confirmed cases, and California has 35 confirmed cases. Then you have Washington State that has 22 confirmed cases of the virus. But Washington State is special because it also has 6 deaths relating to the coronavirus. We have a very special individual giving us gracing us with her presence. Hello.
Hello, DJ Stu. How are you, my dear?
I am just excellent right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only, none like her, often imitated, never duplicated. Though many may try, they can't even come close. Dr.
Oh,
J-Luv herself is in the building. Many of you thought she was a myth, but no, alas, here she is.
here I am. Here I are. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Well, here, telling them welcome. Thank you for welcoming me. Just a warm welcome to Healthy Love. Just a quick cameo because I felt like I had to call in tonight.
Well, of course, listen, for those of you who are, and I'm going to use this loosely, new to the night shift, and specifically Healthy Love, when I started doing this some 10 years ago, Dr. J Love was my co-host for Healthy Love. If it wasn't for her, there would be no Healthy Love.
No Healthy Love at all, at all, at all, at all.
Understand,
Would
I
not
have been
happen.
carrying on Dr. J Love's tradition. Dr. Janice Stone herself. Well, depending on
Herself in
depending on the
flesh.
circle that you're rolling in,
Yes.
it is still Stone. So
Which is, yes, correct. It's still Stone. It's just married Stone, but it's still Stone.
right,
Hyphenates now, Stone-Ricketts.
yes, it is Stone-Ricketts.
It is Stone-Ricketts. So what's happening? What's happening? Well, we all know what's happening.
Yes.
And I do have my theories on what I believe is going on. However, just in the interest of calming the masses,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that can protect you from any infection of any kind, any disease process, is your body's own immune system.
Yes.
And that's so it would behoove us all to boost that immune system. And, the way that this is set up, the whole hysteria that is being created over this virus is creating a lot of stress. Stress does what? Suppresses the immune system.
Yes.
So
It causes
yeah, so it is
dis-ease.
correct. So it is a plan and a plot to get us all, in a tizzy over something else. Whenever you see something in the news being pushed, there's something behind the scenes that this is being used as a smoke screen for.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people, just look at the news, yes, be mindful, don't be careless, but at the very same time, recognize that it's smoke and mirrors and there's something that is being slipped under the rug that we're not paying attention to because we're all caught up with, oh my God, the stock market is crashing, and oh my God, all these crazy things are happening. Yeah, all that may be happening, but the truth is, boost your immune system. You have a God given army in your body
Yes.
that is designed to seek and destroy anything that
Mm-hmm.
could come in and cause any disruption or dis-ease. So, how do you boost the immune system? First thing, turn off the TV. Turn it off. Just turn it off
Yes.
because it is a
Yes.
source of stress and anxiety and unnecessarily so. There's no
Mm-hmm.
reason to get everybody up in a TV. Okay, first of all, are you traveling to Wuhan or any of the areas where these infections are just popping up miraculously? If you haven't been to any of those areas, you're not necessarily listening to these people. No need to panic. Do what you normally do. I can't believe that it takes an outbreak of a virus for people to remember that they need to wash their hands.
With
I
soap.
mean, hello, with soap and water for at least 30 seconds. I can't believe that it takes an outbreak for people to remember to do that. But sometimes, you need a little slap in the face that you get a little complacent. But hand washing is one of the best things since sliced bread to
Mm-hmm.
prevent infections because you touch surfaces where people have touched that are maybe have coughed in their hands or they don't practice very good hygiene themselves. The virus is able to survive 72 hours just sitting on something, sitting on a
Right.
door handle, sitting on any surface that people tend to touch, multiple people touch. So you practice good hygiene, wash your hands, and don't believe the hype about just using hand sanitizer.
Listen.
Wash your hands. The
Mm.
hand sanitizer alone is not going to help you. Wash your hands for God's sake. For
Yes.
those who are, especially if you're around the delicate populations, the very vulnerable populations, the very young and the elderly,
Yep.
and those who are immune suppressed, whether be it by disease or design, whether it is because they're on medication to suppress the immune system because they're organ transplants, or they have some disease process that has caused their immune system to be subpar.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever case, whichever population they may affect, those vulnerable people are in, know that they have to take extra precautions. So that's all you have to do. Take precautions. Wash your hands. Make sure, especially before you touch your face or put anything in your mouth or touch your hand, because I tend to just touch my face just because,
Yeah.
you know, just because, you just naturally be very mindful now to wash your hands always, always. That's
Right.
one quick way, quick easy way to minimize the transmission of infection. So first thing we're going to do, turn off the TV and stop panic, right?
Right.
Second thing, uh, yes, be mindful, but in the vulnerable populations, make sure to protect them a little bit more. So if you don't have to go to that party, or you have to take them out to the mall, you'd have to take them out to dinner, cook dinner at home. This is going to force people to become a little bit more family oriented, and that may not be such a bad thing. So with the vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
persons among us, avoid having to take them out into areas where they're in a large, group of people where anything could happen. They may or may not even get coronavirus. They could just get the regular flu. The regular flu
Yes.
symptoms are actually worse than the coronavirus. Yeah.
Listen.
Regular flu, so more people die from the regular flu than die from the coronavirus on average. So, and that's the reality. And the truth is, those who have an underlying breathing problem or difficulty with breathing, whether they have COPD or asthma, or again, the vulnerable populations, those are the ones who, one, will get the more violent um, breathing difficulties
Mm-hmm.
and may die. Okay, because they're already vulnerable. They're
Right.
already not in the best of health, and or their immune systems are just not functioning as well. But the average people who get the disease and are, are pretty much in average health are able to overcome it and get better. And the
Mm-hmm.
good thing is they will now develop natural immunity towards the
Right.
disease, at least to that strain and the one that infected them.
Exactly.
Now, because of what we know is antigenic drift, give it a week or two and it's a completely different virus that could get it again. But at least they have developed some basic immunity.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So the main thing with coronavirus is the breathing difficulty. That is the part of this particular this particular infection that really causes a lot of issues. So you may feel like, all right, I'm a little tired. I have the flu. I'm coughing. I'm coughing a little bit, but it's more of the breathing trouble. So the
Mm-hmm.
wheezing. So it mimics more like pneumonia. People feel like they probably have pneumonia. They may have a dry, unproductive cough,
Mm-hmm.
and then difficulty breathing. So they may be wheezing. If they have asthma, they're going to wheeze a little bit more. All right. So if you notice you're having trouble breathing, you can't catch your breath, please for God's sake go to the hospital, get checked out. Okay. Just do that.
Yep.
So just to recap again before we proceed: one, turn off the TV and stop panic.
Mm-hmm.
Two, protect the vulnerable populations among us, so don't take them out if you don't have to. Three, wash your hands. Don't rely on the hand sanitizer. Yes, have it handy to use after you've washed your hands for an extra layer of protection, but don't feel like the hand sanitizer is the be all and end all.
Right.
Fourth thing, support your immune system. How you do that? Get some sleep,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know 80% of the United States population don't sleep 8 hours a night.
Yep.
No, it does not happen. Because working 24 the news cycle is 24 hours. TV, the internet, social media, we're constantly being bombarded
Yes.
24 hours a day. People sleep with the phone in their bed by the ears,
Right.
right? So it is kind of as a ping and pick it up. What? Hello,
Mm-hmm.
responding to people on social media. So the fact is, you kind of have to get your rest because that is the time that your body uses to heal and restore and rejuvenate and resuscitate itself. Okay? If you don't have that rest, God's not mess up. You're already starting off behind the eight ball.
Right.
Rest is critical. Watch your sugar intake, and I mean the artificial sugar. So if you eat fruits, not a problem. Fruits in their natural state have sugars in them, yes. However, those sugars are also combined with fiber and other phytochemicals that are going to allow ease of that sugar going into the bloodstream. It's not the same as eating some high fructose corn syrup or refined sugar or any other additive of sugar that you're going to add into your food. So if it's naturally occurring sugar, that's fine in its natural state, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But still, within reason. Don't overdo it. Don't eat, a 10-pound bag of strawberries.
Right.
That may be a bit much all in one sitting, right? But use good judgment. So watch the sugar intake, the added sugar. So the white sugar, the high fructose corn syrup. Watch those in your food. Read your labels. So watch your sugar intake. Why? Because sugar again is one of those things that suppresses the immune system. It
Mm-hmm.
it actually, if you've ever seen red blood cell microscopy done after somebody's ingested, a random cup of juice with high fructose corn syrup, it looks like a bomb went off in the blood. Like literally, blood cells just start popping, literally.
Right.
Okay, so that's what happens when you ingest sugar that kind of sugar, because it's just straight sugar with none of the phytochemicals to support it, none of the fiber. It eats slowly into the bloodstream, so it's like a bomb going off in the blood.
And before you jump off of the sugar thing,
Mm-hmm.
people will take that and say, you know what? I hear Dr. J say I should ease off the sugar, so let me go with a diet drink instead.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Mm-mm. I'm glad you said that. No, that's a no. And the reason is the more food. Listen, I've never seen a fat-free cow. I've never seen a
Yes.
sugar fruit.
Mm-hmm.
If it is not in its natural state, anything that is man-made very often carries with it some additional side effects that we've never bargained for.
Right.
Okay? Eat the food in its natural state, as natural as possible. There's a moniker now called eating clean. So just eat clean, meaning you're eating the food in as natural a state as possible, as if you picked it right off the tree, or as if you killed the animal right in your backyard, or you
Well,
cut the vegetables and put it in the pot, right? As
yeah.
close to its natural state as possible. No preservatives at all, if at all possible. No added sugar, no added anything, just in its natural state.
Preferably not
So the
genetically
artificial,
modified.
preferably, although it's getting harder and harder now because of the food supply to
Jeez,
even get
boy.
non-genetically modified food. It's very difficult. I've gone the extra step to just buy heirloom seeds and plants, the stuff that I would like in my
Yes,
backyard.
but you have
It's
a
that
little space
simple.
in your backyard to do that.
I have a little space, but there are ways to do it now. There are these little hydroponic
Yes.
towers that people can buy that you can put in your home, and you can grow your own fruits and vegetables. You can so even in an apartment, you
Mm-hmm.
can grow your own fruits and vegetables. It's not that difficult anymore. So
Right.
you can do that and get your heirloom seeds and do that if you can. But it does take a little bit of time and care. But at the end of the day, you're spending the money one way or the other. How you're going to spend it and who you're going to spend it with. So
You
your
know,
health is an investment in
you,
your own life and health and well-being. And health is, in fact, wealth. It doesn't get any better
exactly.
than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't
A
get
few
any
weeks ago, when I had my little cough, I had bought some
better.
limes to
Mm-hmm.
make my little formula of lime and honey and garlic.
The whole eternity. You never add the rum. You never know what.
I didn't add the white rum to it.
Okay. All right. No
Um,
problem.
that the spirit is in and of itself an amazing healer. Um,
Amazing.
but I got the limes and
Mm-hmm.
typical you do with lime, you roll it so that it's
Yeah.
easier to squeeze. And I cut these limes and I kid you not, it was like squeezing powder out of a lime. I'm squeezing and I'm squeezing and I'm squeezing and I'm
And not a
begging for
juice.
some juice.
Mm-hmm. Well, you need to come to my backyard, man, because I have a lime tree. I
But
actually think it's similar.
but
I think it's similar because because it's a Miami. I think it's a Florida-based citrus fruit. It starts off green.
hmm
It's limey, but it's not very harsh. Not a very strong. Not like key lime, but it's
okay.
limey. And then as time goes on, it starts to turn yellow. And then it's a warm, soothing lemon flavor. And then
Okay.
if you leave it on the tree a little bit longer, it gets very large, and then it's almost orangish. So it's kind of lemony. But
Okay.
depending on when you pick it, it's a different flavor. So I'm not quite sure what kind of bastardized fruit it is, but let me tell you, it's full of juice and full of seeds. So that's
There,
how I
that is
know
that was the
it's
other
a
thing I was going to go to, because as I'm
natural
squeezing
graphic.
out this lime powder out of this lime, I'm
Not a
seeing
seed.
no seeds,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I grew up with
Something
a
is
lime
wrong.
tree and an orange tree in my backyard, and
Mm-hmm.
I always had seeds. So,
Yes,
what kind of abomination is this?
correct. And you're not even getting any juice. On top of it, to add
Not.
insult to injury.
Listen,
Mm-hmm. I feel your pain, my
I
brother.
still
I
squeezing.
feel your
I
pain.
am
Oh
still
no.
squeezing.
I know, not a juice.
Jeez.
Well, come by. You have to come by and get a couple lines because this is serious.
I will. I will.
Yeah, do
Thank you.
that. So the limes, the fruit in its natural state, the fruit in its natural state as natural as possible.
Right.
Try to do that. Just eat clean. So watch the sugars. To avoid the artificial sweeteners because they do have other toxic ingredients that don't do very well for us. And increase your greens, fresh
Mm.
greens,
Yes.
colored spinach, bok choy. Just so that I remember, I found some bok choy in the supermarket, and I don't have any glue, and I have colors, but I don't have any bok choy.
Right.
And we used to call it pop choy.
Pop
So pop
chow.
choy no, I don't know how we get pop choy out of bok choy, but just Jamaicans could
It's
just mash up the name of
that's what we
everything.
do.
That's what we do. We demolish names and give it our own.
Right.
So I steamed the bok choy with some spinach, with garlic, tomatoes, and a little bit of olive oil. Let me tell you, man, not no
Yes.
sweet stuff. Not no
Yes.
sweet stuff. Okay, just a nice green vegetables, and it was amazing. So green vegetables, lots of greens. If you can get them, cook them, steam them, eat them raw, whatever you gotta do. The salads, lots of salads, fresh fruit, fresh squeezed juices, because the ones that are prepared, ones that you buy in the supermarket, are full of high fructose corn syrup, which is the added sugar that you don't want. So I'll go to sometimes Aldi or I go to, which I wish to start with. I can get a lot of them for a reasonable price.
hmm
Sometimes Bravo, depending on the day. So you get a big bag of, I get the red grapefruit and or oranges and just squeeze it. I squeeze a whole gallon of grapefruit juice. Sometimes it's just grapefruit juice by itself.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's orange juice. Sometimes they're mixed. I mix the two of them just to take the edge off it, especially if it's the not the yellow grapefruit and not the red. But
Okay.
either way, it is. But mix the juice and then I take it that extra step because I'm just extra.
Mm.
I add an extra tablespoon of vitamin C, the vitamin C powder, which is very potent.
Mm.
I put an extra tablespoon of vitamin C in it, and I drink it. I give that to my husband because he's out on the road all day.
Right.
You know, he's a contractor, so he's on roofs, he's in buildings, he's in and out,
Right.
exposed
Right.
to a
Right.
lot of stuff, a lot of people. So I have to make sure he's good because if him come home sick, guess what? I
You
will be
sick too?
sick too. We
Yep.
both went through that, or at the end of last year. I got sick, then I got better. Then I came home and apparently got him sick. He got sick for a while, and then I ended up getting sick again because it was the end of the year and I was just running like crazy.
Right. Right. Right.
I kept not getting enough rest. I wasn't following my own recipe, right? So I know what happens when I don't do it. It's the end of the year. You run down because you're running down trying to do everything before the year is out, and before you know it, you're not taking care of yourself properly.
Yep. Easy to
So
do.
lots of being very easy to do because we just live in this rat race world, and every now and again you have to just stop. So tonight was my night to stop, and I say, you know what, I'm going to call in tonight because I think I can help myself and everybody else. This is not
Hey.
just for you guys. This is for me too, and for my family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, don't panic. Eat your greens. Try to drink a lot of water,
Yes.
a gallon a day if you can. I know that sounds like a lot, and you're going to be peeing a lot. Drink all the water, pee all the time, but that's okay because what are you doing? Flushing the system.
And getting your steps
So
in.
nothing gets a chance. Exactly, getting your steps in, getting to get up. Especially if you sit at a desk all day,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be forced to get up and walk because you have to go pee.
Yes.
So drink as much. I mean, just constantly, non-stop. Stay drinking. So every 2 seconds before you have to. Every time you look at your phone, drink 10 gulps of water.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, you'll finish a gallon and you'll be peeing a lot, but you'll flush your system out. Your cells will thank you because they'll be well hydrated. If
Yes.
anything happens to come across your system, you're assisting the immune system to flush it right out.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't stand a chance of doing too much reproduction because you're flushing it out. You're giving your body the rest. You're giving it the tools. Take a supplement, a multivitamin, and your vitamin C. And there are a couple other things that I think are wonderful too for supporting the immune system. And we'll talk about it now.
Mm.
Lysine. Lysine is an amino acid. It happens to be critical for antibody production and, of course, immune function. So if you can get it in capsule form, wonderful. Take it. It's L-lysine.
Mm-hmm.
That one is a really good one. Oregano oil. I know it tastes like graveyard dirt, the one that you can actually ingest, not the one for, it has to be food grade.
Mm.
Usually when you buy it from the health food stores, it's going to be in a little dark bottle, the liquid kind. There's also the capsules. If the capsules have liquid in them, that's fine. If they're powdered, I don't know, not so much. I just like liquid because I just feel like it's working better.
Right.
That's just me. I don't know if it's a psychology thing, psychological it may be, but I just because I've traveled many summers. I've gone to Trinidad for Carnival, which is nonstop, 24 hours. There's no rest. There's no
Mm-hmm.
sleep happening there. So your immune system is suppressed. And everybody that goes to Carnival will tell you they come back from Carnival and they're sick every time.
Well, whether you're
Nine
sick
times
for
out of
9 months or you sick.
or you're sick for 9 days, whichever one of the six, but you come back sick. So,
Right.
and usually it's because, of course, you've been ripping and running, having fun, but you're ripping and running, and it's still a stress on the system. So, I took my oregano with me to Trinidad, and I remember I went through all of Carnival, came home. I even shared a room. My girlfriend that I stayed with, I actually roomed with. She, at the time, that last year that I went, she had just come from Ghana, and she had chickpea earlier that year. That was when
Mm-hmm.
chickpea was running the Caribbean wild, and
It was the
we stayed in the
topic of
same room.
discussion.
It was the topic at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We shared a room, and I know those mosquitoes. We had mutual mosquitoes that were biting her and me,
That's right.
and I did not get chickpea. She ended up getting the flu when she
Mm.
left. Our host and her husband and a couple of other people I knew who had gone home for Carnival that year all got the flu.
But
I
not
did
you.
not. I came back and I was and the only thing I took different was that oregano. And
There you
I'm not
go.
a drinker. So it's not like I was drinking the rum. But the only day I had one cup of it was vodka maybe, and that was ours was gabash. I had a sip of gabash on which is like Janko
Mm-hmm.
had that on kind of a Monday, Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday at about lunchtime when the feet were starting to bark, that was when I had probably one cup of
Right.
taste very far away with some juice. But the taste I was tasting it far from me, so I didn't really have that much alcohol, and so the only thing different that I had was the oregano. So the oregano oil, I take it with me whenever I travel, and I take it religiously. It tastes like graveyard dirt. You just need a couple drops in a shot glass, usually of water. I use water, or sometimes I chase it with juice because it tastes so bad that
Right.
you have to muscle up yourself and just fling it down your throat and chase it with some. It's like pour some drink some more juice or something tart that can take the edge off the taste.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it does taste horrific, but I promise you, it will kill Satan himself.
Well,
So
nothing that is
use your
good for you
religion.
ever tastes good.
Ever taste
I,
good?
I
It's like
can't
Buckley's.
think
Remember
of
Buckley's?
something. Yeah, I was trying to get
Yeah,
my hands
Buckley.
on
Make
some
sure you
last week when I was coughing.
listen.
I couldn't.
Oh God, let me tell you, man. You have to go to bed. I have to
Right.
plug bed. But if them don't have it, it no make.
It's not there.
It is not on the planet. I promise you, there's never one. I go in there sometimes just for kick and ask for something all the time that my mother used to use. And I said, you have an gentian violet? Yeah, man, see it over here.
Right.
Anybody remember gentian violet? We used to put on cut the purple
Look,
something. But
listen, could
if
I
you want to
remember
cut,
what
you
it was
put this
called the other
purple
day?
something.
Jeez,
Gentian
boy.
violet. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I remember I asked for gentian, and I swear to God, them pull out a bottle. I was like, no, you people are the best. I love you.
Yeah. It's the
So
Caribbean right here in
anytime
South
you
Florida.
get right here in South Florida. So this is why I'm so thankful that we live here. So if you ever need um anything Jamaican that you just can't find no way, Buckley's in particular, because not even on Amazon you can't find Buckley's. Because
Right.
even if you go on there, sometimes they tell you it's not available or they can't ship it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if Amazon doesn't have it, you know it's serious. But trust me, just go to BSC, they will provide you with whatever you need.
Yes.
So Buckley's, if you have it on hand, keep it on hand, especially the one for chest congestion, because this is the problem with the coronavirus. It affects the chest and breathing, the airways.
Mm-hmm.
So you're drinking your water, you're getting your rest, you're watching the sugar intake, you kind of turning off the TV and watching your stress level. Eat lots of greens, lots of fruit. The berries are kind of in season. They're heading out now, but berries are still in season and they're very high in vitamin C. Your citrus fruits, grapefruit, orange. If you have issues with acidity, take the supplements, take the tablets, the supplements for vitamin C. The lysine is critical, and your oregano oil. Those two are massive for just shutting down any viral. They're natural antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So those are key, and getting your rest, drinking lots of water. And if you do all those things and support your immune system, no coronavirus now, but and then of course the Jamaican white rum is all else fails.
Yes.
You make the Holy Trinity,
Mm-hmm.
honey, lime, and white rum. What I do is boil mine and make a hot toddy. So if you feel like you're getting something, but don't wait for the symptoms to start to really knock you. Feel a
Yeah.
little scratchy, so you start sneeze 2 or 3 times. Make a little. I boil some water with the lemon, the fresh squeezed lemon juice or lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, pour the rum. Actually, boil the honey and the rum. Boil the honey and the lime juice first. Add a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg. Bring it to a boil, and then add the rum and turn it off.
Yeah.
So it's warm. It's like tea, and I drink it like tea. And I make a pot of it usually. My husband loves it because I don't know if there's a rum in it or that is not. I don't know. Him drink it like tea, but anyway, whichever case it is, it's nice because it's warm, so it provides some soothing for you. Drink it at night. Don't drink it in the morning and go to work and drive drunk on people and work and
Right.
go to work and can't function. Please don't do that. But drink it at home at night so you get to rest.
You're
It's going to
assuming
make
that
sure that
everybody
your
sleep at
brain.
night.
There you go. If you don't sleep at night, I don't know what to tell you.
You drink it before
If
you
you
go to
sleep in
sleep.
the day, drink it before you go to sleep. If you go to sleep in the day, so be it. Drink it in the morning. But whatever you're doing, don't drink it and try to go to work. Because, I said,
Yeah.
Dr. Stone said, to put me in a problem. No, drink it. Drink it before to sleep so that you're getting the double whammy. Your body's able to rest and recuperate and rejuvenate. You're getting the tools you need to help kill whatever you got. And then you're also going to get the sedative effect of the alcohol. It forces you to rest.
Right.
But it is wonderfully restorative. And of course, honey is also a very good, powerful immune supporter and booster. So that's good for you, as well as the vitamin C in the lime. There's a lot of things that you can do to just care for yourself. Wash your hands, basic things. We've always done basic sanitation. Try to avoid big crowds, right now if you don't have to. And you're probably, you're not getting to take care of yourself as you should. Or you have family members who are in the vulnerable population. Avoid the large crowds for right now. Let this thing die down. It's going to do the natural bell
Mm-hmm.
curve of any infectious process. It's going to rise rapid amounts of infections, and then it levels off until it trails down. It is the natural flow of things. So once this gets to its crest, and as many people get infected as are going to get infected, and then it starts to die, it starts to drop off, we're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, in the madness and the hysteria, do what you can do to protect yourself.
The other part of it is the business side of it, which I had addressed a couple of
Mhm.
weeks ago,
Mhm.
and there are so many little things that tend
Mhm.
to be kind of pushed to the side as it relates to this virus, and then the other parts of it get inflated. The parts of people dying and the part where it has
Mhm.
been spreading to this place and it is now in this place and it is now in the other place. Somebody posted the other day, how is it that is only a handful of cases reported in Africa? Um,
Yes, because we made of vibranium.
Wakanda
Oh
forever.
my goodness. Wakanda forever. I know it's. I just thought that was just so sweet. Because normally everything licked Africa first, and we, kill out people in Africa
Right.
first, and then spread everywhere else. So I'm happy that it's not killing off people there right
Yes.
now. And probably what they need to do, what scientists need to do, is just, go and sample some blood and see what is it that is in the blood of the Africans that is protective. But
Yeah.
you have to remember also, that they're the what is that again? Okay, the tsetse fly or tsetse fly
Mm-hmm.
that bites and causes malaria.
Yeah.
In Western Africa, sickle cell is actually protective because people who have sickle cells, when they get bitten by the tsetse fly, don't get malaria.
Mm.
So it's protective in Africa. When you come over to the West, though, and you're exposed to the cold temperatures and the food, now sickle cell puts you into crisis.
Right.
So what is protective in one part of the world, because it's a natural evolution the of the environment, and it was, an evolutionary process for the people there to protect themselves against malaria, now becomes a you know a crutch or problem in
Mm.
another part of the world.
Yeah.
So it could very well be something like that, some genetic issue that is protecting Africans from getting this infection. Who's to say? That could be a whole other area of research. When you talk about the financial implications,
Mm-hmm.
you notice how I think the market was going to tank anyway, and
Yeah.
they're looking for a scapegoat. Okay, they're looking for a scapegoat because the economy is going to tank. I mean, it is going to be blamed on the coronavirus. Well,
But
coronavirus never did not a thing like that.
the other
This is
side
going to
of it
happen. Mhm.
is the vaccine, because
Mhm.
the business of vaccinations, especially in the
Mhm.
United States, is it's a big
Mhm.
business,
Huge.
and every time that there is a viral outbreak, there's a
Mhm.
new vaccine
Mhm.
being pushed in the market.
And you see
And
how this one they're making this like a global thing. It
yes,
is going to be that globally. People are going to have to be vaccinated in order to be able to travel.
and
Watch and see.
somebody asked a question, but so why would they want to do that? I said, listen, you create a problem if you have a solution to sell.
Mhm. Or you create the problem and then create the solution, so you win on either end.
Man, you have the solution already. So you make sure that the
Mm-hmm.
problem get out. And then you can
Mm-hmm.
say, here I am to save the day.
To save the day. Yeah, this is going to be major. This is going to be how they will legitimize vaccination of every living person on the planet. And associated with those
Mm-hmm.
vaccinations will be a chip to tell you where this person is at all times,
Yes.
what they're doing, what them buying, what them selling. This they're all setting this up. This is a setup, a huge setup. So
Yep.
I'm not fooled for a minute. I see what's happening. And sometimes you just have to step back and go, look at this now. Because they've tried this multiple times and it never quite took. When the SARS outbreak happened some years ago, didn't
Mm-hmm.
quite get traction, right? Then it was bird flu that didn't get traction.
Mm-hmm.
There's this swine flu didn't get any traction. So now they're trying to find something else to make sure that, look, this has to be a slam dunk. So
It,
now everybody on the planet
it
is
happened with
getting sick.
MERS. It happened with Zika. It happened with
Hmm.
I don't know what they haven't tried it with. And each
Hmm.
time, it pretty much goes the same way. Well,
Because
you have to do the vaccination.
that is the natural progression of any infectious process. It is
Yes.
going to have a natural rise, a natural cresting, and a natural fall. That is the natural bell curve of any infectious process. So
Yeah.
it's not going to stay, of course the cases are going to increase for a while and then they'll level off and then they'll fall off.
Yeah.
Because people develop natural immunity. Some people will, if they do vaccinate, I don't know if it's going to be very effective, but, they may vaccinate. And then there's just people develop natural immunity. So the more people that get it, the more and survive, the more that they're like, all right, it's survivable, we're okay,
Mm-hmm.
and bam, and then you're just not infecting that much more people anymore because everybody's been exposed. That either those who develop the immunity without getting the disease, or they get the disease and then they develop the immunity, whichever way it is. But after a while, everybody's exposed, and then we're all good,
Right.
you know.
As has
So it's
happened
a
with the
natural
other
process.
viruses before.
Exactly. And so they're pushing this one real fast because I'm sure somebody has a vaccine somewhere waiting in the wings for corona.
Of course.
And so they're going to try to push that out there. And I'm not fooled for a minute. And none of us should be. So just kind of sit back, watch, pay attention, and do your best to take good
To
care
take
of
care of
yourself.
you. Yes.
Support your
Yes.
immune system. That's what you have to do. That's really your only defense is your immune
Mm-hmm.
system. So take care of it and do what you can to support it 100%. And it's not going to leave you stranded. Take care of yourself, and yourself will take care of you.
Exactly.
That's basically how it is. Basically how it is, my dear.
So people will say, the conspiracy theorists among us are saying this and they're saying that, but
Mhm.
check the history.
Mhm.
Look back at these things and
Mhm.
see
But
where are they. Ask the where are they now. Somebody posted
mhm.
in a comment that um, the Africans are saying, "Hey, listen, coronavirus, don't bother to come here because you come here, you will die. Ask your big brother, Ebola."
All right.
you
See
know,
how Ebola. People are so afraid of Ebola. Oh my God, Ebola is going to kill everybody. What happened to Ebola? Ebola just kind of went the way of what? Like a fart in the
everything
wind.
else,
Not another Ebola case.
everything just like the other viruses. The only one that keeps coming back year after year after year is
Mm-hmm.
is the flu,
Mm-hmm. And it comes
and
back new and improved,
new and
and makes
improved.
you and it makes you wonder. So why has anybody noticed that there was? And does any, this was not much in the news, but there was a Harvard researcher who was arrested the end of February because he was working for the Chinese government, particularly in an institution that is based in Wuhan, and apparently he was doing some research, and one of his research assistants was caught taking samples, trying to leave the country with samples, unknown biological samples,
hmm
back in November, December of last year, and then they finally caught up with him and arrested him back in February. Because you don't hear nothing about that.
Listen, until I mentioned on this show a few weeks ago that there is a level 4 biolab in
Mhm.
20 miles from the wet market that they
Mhm.
said this virus originated from. 20
Mhm.
miles.
Mhm.
a
Yep.
level 4 biolab, the highest
Level
level
4
security
highest
biolab that you
level.
can find in the world, studying the
Mm-hmm.
world's most dangerous viruses. 20
Mm-hmm.
miles.
Think about it.
And
Isn't that
then they started
coincidental?
circulating a 2016 photo of this global traveler that samples foods from other cultures. The woman sitting
Mm-hmm.
eating, having the bat soup.
Mm-hmm.
2016 in from
2060.
some island off the Philippines somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
2016, and they're saying, "Well, here we go. This is the
Create
cost."
narrative.
Come on,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't really
Create the
hear.
narrative.
And then
Anytime
they
you
say
see
the
anything, you know,
conspiracy theorists are pushing these things. No, 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 no. It's there. It's there.
it's there for anybody to see. Do your own research. Don't pay attention to what is on. That's why I said turn off TV. Don't pay attention to what they say. Watch what they're not saying. That's
Right.
what you pay attention to. What
Exactly.
they're not saying, because they're trying to create a certain narrative, and so they're putting certain information out there for us to absorb and to create a certain level of hysteria. And what they're not saying is what you need to pay attention to.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you should really focus on. So I find it very interesting that this man is arrested, and not a peep
Something like that
as
should be
to why.
international news.
The international news, like, why are you? He's actually being paid by the Chinese government, and one of his research assistants was a general in the Chinese army, working as a research assistant
Mm-hmm.
with very sensitive information here as well. One top level researcher at Harvard University,
Yeah.
and of course, the university is not going to take the fall for that. So he's the fall guy.
Yes.
And you can't tell me that they didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah. There are
Can't
only
tell
a
me they didn't
few
know.
institutions in the world that have the
Mm-hmm.
resources to study a virus like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly enough, they're either linked to this this high security facility in China
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
the US,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and
Very
that is just
scary.
the scary truth.
Mm-hmm. Very, very scary. So again, if it's not Corona or Budweiser or Heineken or Red Stripe virus, whichever virus it may be, boost your immune system. That is your
Yes.
one and only true defense. That's it. That really is it, because there is something very sinister afoot. I feel it in the air. I smell it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And those of us who are a little awakened and got your third eye open can feel it and sense it and know what's happening out there. So just pay attention, be on your guard. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Just,
Yes.
shake it off. Yes, it's out there. Everybody, oh my God, you know what your hands are going to. You should have been doing that anyway. You should have been taking care of yourself anyway. Now, this is a wake up call to, tighten up on the areas that you may not be quite as sharp on
Yes.
in terms of your own personal hygiene. And the hand washing is critical. And just, be careful out there and take care of yourself and your loved ones. And that's it.
As easy as that. But
As
you make it
easy
sound
as that.
so
Don't
simple.
because it is. Let me tell you something. We complicate matters, unnecessarily.
How
Unnecessarily.
dare
There's
you?
no need for all this drama. No need. Absolutely. My husband always said to me, so you just cut and dry, you just stuff to the point. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to fluff stuff. Like, what am I fluffing? I'm going to tell you plain and straight what it is, you
Right.
know? And he's like, no, but sometimes you need to add, no, I'm not adding nothing. This is what it is. Just today, it's funny. At the office, two of the girls were saying to me, because there was a patient who came in and needed to get some x-rays. Like, yeah, doc. So I walked up to the front and I said, yeah, just making sure that he has the forms he needs them and the right stuff so the tech will go take x-rays. And like, yeah, we had to make sure it's on point because we don't want Dr. Stone to come back here and jack us up. I was like, what?
Yep. There you go.
I said, what is, oh, because you only got half the staff here scared of you. And oh, no, it's not half. It's 3/4 of the staff that's scared of you. I'm like, what? Me?
Yeah.
Why would you be
The
scared
other,
of me?
the other quarter is at lunch.
Mine is office is like 15 people. I'm like, y'all are scared of me? Seriously, you're scared of me? They're
if
like, yeah,
if they
you're scared.
only
Like,
knew.
why would you be scared? Exactly, right? Like, I don't know why you'd be scared of it, but you know what? I'm a no nonsense kind of person too when it comes to work. Get it done. We're taking care of the patients. Do what you have to do. Don't make my job difficult by not doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So I come down on them when they don't do what they're supposed to. I'm like, hello, where's this? And I'm not nice about it at that point because I'm like, you've been doing this. You know what you're supposed to do. I can understand you fall off here and there, but when you keep having the same problem, and I'm gonna get annoyed. So I guess the couple times that I've gotten annoyed, I've scared the crap out of them. And I'm thinking to myself, look at me, please.
Well,
I'm probably the biggest pushover ever.
they
But
don't know that
there
the love behind it. You know,
you go.
those of us
There you go.
who have had the privilege of actually knowing
Ah,
you
see?
would know the place where it comes from. It's yes,
Yes.
it's no nonsense, but it's because it's
It's
people's
not
lives that we're talking about here.
exactly, precisely my point, and that's where I draw the line
Yeah,
about
and
people's lives.
it happens with close friends, with I should say real friends and family members. They get to
Correct.
experience it, and
Yes.
acquaintances get to hear about it, and those that you work with get a taste of it because
Get
of
a
the
taste. They
passion
do.
that carries over with
Correct.
saving lives.
See, that's you explained it. See, because you know me. See, my people know me.
Well,
My
yeah,
people know what it's about, and they know where it comes from.
yeah,
I'm not trying to beat you up, but you're playing around with people. So let's get this together. Every single thing that we do affects them on a major level. So we can't drop the
yes,
ball
yes,
anywhere. I need records for this patient. I need the records. Don't play around with getting it requested. Simple things.
and
Simple things.
that it's one of the reasons why if anybody is in the Fort Lauderdale area or can get to the Fort Lauderdale area, you need to seek out Dr. Jenny Stone because if she can't address the need that you have at the time, she can direct you in the right
To where you need it.
to where you need to go.
There you go. There you go. For sure.
Yeah, and I've had my
Yes.
share of drape ups from her, but I wouldn't trade her for the
No, I
world.
did.
I wouldn't.
No, because it's coming from a place of love.
Of
Always.
course, and you
Always.
couldn't do without me either. So
Exactly. Can't get my people. Gotta have my people.
right, Dr. J, I thank you. I thank you. You know,
No,
I can put away the rest of the information that I have. I don't need to. Yeah, it can wait for another time or whatever.
not
I don't need to do anything else because this right
the
here is not just icing, but this is the cake.
total cake.
Yeah,
The
icing,
whole of cake.
decoration, even the candles. This is the cake.
Everything.
Yeah,
For sure. That's
even
playing
a
a
cake
DJ.
stand
Yeah, that's
tossed in.
happening. Cake stand, cake knife, everything.
And I thank you for taking the time out
Nice.
to share with us and to remind us. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's one thing when I present it, but I have DJ before my name. You have DR. I think yours carry a little bit more weight, especially on this particular show. You know, so
On matters of health and
yeah,
such, I would imagine.
yeah.
Just a little bit more weight. Not a lot, just a little
No,
bit.
no, just a toops.
Skosh. Just a skosh. Just a skosh, my friend.
Dr. J, thank you
That's
again.
what I'm so glad. Anytime,
Please,
darling, and I'm so glad I
please
could be of assistance.
uh, cameo up here every now and then more
Every
often.
now and I can, and make it a little more often. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to do that because I've now set up my life so that my Tuesdays are a little bit of my me time and my rejuvenation time. I was journaling. So that when I got home and I had cooked yesterday, so I had some nice dinner and my chicken
Mm,
breast, steamed vegetables and green banana.
yes.
And I was able to actually did a steam. I do the yoni steams as well. So I sat. That's usually my journaling time. I know that's probably TMI, but
Listen,
I
listen.
started journaling and talking about that.
I've
Mm.
been waiting for you to arrange up your time because
To do a talk
that
about that.
particular presentation there,
Uh-huh.
Yes. I am so
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a big one. I was, matter of fact, in, was it 2 weekends ago, I was in Boca at the Doubletree, the New Life Expo, which is
yes.
it's a huge, they've been doing it for like 30 some years, I think. It's been going on for a very long time. Every year in South Florida, Dad does it, Mark Becker, he does it in Miami and in New York. New York, he has one coming up in May and then again in October. So they go twice to New York and then once in Miami. So go Florida, South Florida.
Okay.
And last weekend, a couple weekends ago, was the one here, President's Weekend. And it was amazing. It was a lot of holistic health and new age people there, massage therapists, chiropractors. You had your hypnotists, acupuncturists, psychic people, all kinds of new age therapies and such. And of course, I was there talking about womb health. And I mean, my table, I never got a minute to sit.
Mm.
I did not have a minute. I mean, I was on my feet talking to people, and it was like 12 of ladies who come over and listen. So it wasn't, I didn't get a chance to post while I was there. It wasn't until I think yesterday or today, I actually got a chance to capture one of the videos and post it. It's like I didn't have time on the day. It was 2 days, and I had no time to do it. After the first day, I was exhausted. We went for dinner, and then we crashed up upstairs at the
That was
hotel.
it. Mm.
It man, it was something else. So it was big because you're talking and giving, and you know me, I'm 100% in or I'm not there at all.
Right.
So I was 100% with every single person that came to ask questions, whether they bought something or not. It was just about sharing the information and really healing and how important that is just women's overall health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, and how the womb ties into all of those areas.
Mm-hmm.
And women were like, "Wow, yeah." And I had a mother and daughter couple group. The mother was there with the daughter. The daughter was pregnant, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm going to need this." The mother actually bought some products, and she ended up winning one of the kits that we put together
Nice.
that has sage and the eggs and steam and the castor oil packs and journal and everything. So it's a whole protocol. It really is, and it stems from my own struggles, my own test that has
Mm-hmm.
now become my testimony and my business. It came out of my own struggles with fibroids and realizing that, okay, the fibroids weren't the only reason for some of the issues I was having.
Yes.
And, I had to really dig deeper into why this is the case. And it's deep. I mean, it's some deep stuff.
And
So we'll talk about that in another show. We have to
oh
schedule a date
yes.
for that one because that was big.
Oh
I'm
yes.
actually I'm actually going to be. I'll tell you guys. I'm going to be down at the Yellow Green Farmers Market one of these Saturdays. I have
Which
to
farmers market?
let Yellow Green
Where's that?
down in Hollywood. It's in Hollywood. So
Okay.
I'll let you know. I was invited by Marjorie of Zainabu Cosmetics
Mm.
because I was at one of her events last year, and she's like, "Listen, people keep asking about this yoni stuff. I don't know anything about it. Bring your stuff and come. Please tell me when you're going to come, and you
Right.
can just have a booth, and we'll set you up there, and people can come and talk to you." It's crazy. Like there is a real drive for this information. It's more popular in the Northeast and in the Midwest and out west,
Mm-hmm.
but in the South, not so much. And I think women are certainly now just starting to get into this information and realizing that there's a whole science and it's
Yes.
ancient. This we didn't just start this stuff, the steaming and yoni eggs and castor oil packs. This is old, ancient remedies
Yep.
that women have been doing for millennia. It's just that we're just kind of catching on now, and it's the future is woman.
Oh yeah. And
So we're starting
we
to see now where it's coming.
we men have nothing to lose by
No,
being in support and learning a thing or two. We have
correct.
nothing to
Nothing to
lose.
lose and everything to gain.
Yeah.
Everything to gain. And my husband was at the event with me. Matter of fact, he was promoting his business, and when he saw my table and ran into another group of people who were there selling windows, and he said, "But this is a."
Yep.
So I was like, "Sure, come on." I had a whole booth, so at two tables. Like, "Here, take a table." And he said, so he was there with me. So whenever I stepped away to the bathroom or something, and ladies came by, he was there trying to tell them about
There you
yoni
go.
eggs.
You see, it's a
I'm like,
partnership. That's a part of the partnership.
it is total partnership. Total partnership. Gotta love him. Gotta love him.
That we do.
He's awesome. Yes, yes. He's a good guy. To catch me, yeah, he had to be good.
Right. So you need to make sure to remind us and share the info.
Yes,
So
I
they can
will.
get
I
it out there
definitely
too.
will. I have to talk to Marjorie. I'm going to talk to Marjorie about it and then find, set a date with her because she just wants me to set a date so she can tell her people as well. Yes,
Right.
she's coming this date. So, once I finalize that with her and David Cosmetics, then I'll definitely let you guys know.
Right.
Because this is a whole new field, not field, but it's a whole new thing that I'm going into that's really been birthed out of, again, my own struggles and own experiences and
Mm-hmm.
just listening to other women getting advice and going, okay, and doing my research and going, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. And I'm telling you, the benefits have been incredible. Incredible.
Well,
So, yeah,
I've been keeping Healthy Love warm for you.
Ah, thank you
So
kindly. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So I had to make sure I came and I just had to talk about the toner thing today because
oh yes.
everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to that I'm going to call in tonight. It's a reason why I saw that tonight. I was like, yeah, I'm going to definitely call and talk about just supporting. I was talking to the staff at the office too. I'm like, listen, guys, don't lose your mind. You're going to be fine. Take care of yourselves. A couple of
Mm-hmm.
them are wearing masks because the flu went through there like a storm in the last couple of months. One by one, they were just dropping
Right.
at the bill for like a week at a time. Really bad flu, and it wasn't coronavirus, but they had the flu, which, again, is sometimes the symptoms are even worse with the regular flu
Yeah.
than with the coronavirus. But anyhow, they all have been through it, so they're now people have on masks. Some of them still have this residual cough. The cough seems to be the problem,
Yes.
and it's dry, unproductive cough that just lasts. My husband had it too. So it's like this long, dry cough that we wait.
Yeah, I
So
still have
they're
an
very
occasional
strange.
cough coming in every now
Seasonal
and
cough.
then. It hasn't
Yeah,
completely
very
gone
strange.
yet, but
hmm Very, very strange thing. So it's like every time you get the flu, now it's worse and worse, and it lasts longer,
yes.
and you're left with this long, dry, lagging cough. I
But
yeah.
here's a scary thing about that though, Dr. J.
hmm
The scary
hmm
thing about that is it gives big pharma ammunition to say this is why you should get the vaccination.
Yeah, but they're the cause and the cure.
Thank you. That right there.
Argument done.
That
You create the
right
problem and then
there.
create the fix, and then bam. Listen, I'm into real estate too, okay? Big time. And I'll tell you a little story.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm company A.
Yes.
Company A is looking to expand Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Just for argument's sake, Miami. Uh, they find an area in Miami that is very depressed, where the market value for property is significantly diminished or decreased. And they go to the officials of the city and say, listen, give me this plot of land here. I'm going to build this big corporation that's going to bring jobs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to bring jobs to this area. All right, cool. Of course, everybody's going to sign off on that because, every political official wants to say, yes, I brought this amount of jobs to this area.
Right.
So now, if you're going to bring this big headquarters and you're going to bring jobs, you're going to bring bodies, right? You're bringing people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bringing people with their families, they're going to need housing, yeah?
Right.
So you find an area surrounding this, so you have an area isolated where you're going to build your headquarters, and around the area you start buying up property. You start buying up the property, fixing it up, setting up, making a lot of rental properties available. Some maybe for sale, single family homes.
Right.
You own the property, and you now rent the property to the people who are coming to work for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you pay them,
To get back the money.
but they give you the money right back in rent
Yes.
or more or whatever else. Do you see? So you create the problem, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote,
Yep.
and then you create a solution.
You provide
This is
a
happening all
solution. Yes.
over. You provide the solution.
Mm-hmm.
This is happening all over the country, particularly here in South Florida. You look at all the areas that are up and coming. Why are they up and coming? Jobs are coming. Why? Because these big corporations are moving in, bringing their headquarters here, bringing
Yes.
jobs, bringing bodies, and they have to find places to put these people to live. And then what do? Buy a whole community. You see them buy these just right in Lauderdale East. They just bought out the whole condo. Well, take like 60% of the condominium owners, bought out all of them. So now they are the dominant ASO on that condo board. so they can vote in, vote out, or determine whether or not they can just completely
Who
stop
was it?
leasing to whoever they are.
Who was
I
it
forget
that
the name
bought
of
them
the
out?
I forget, it's some big corporation. I forget the name now, but it's a big
Okay.
condo in Lauderdale. I'll look it up again.
Okay.
But, because I'm into real estate, so I just read the blurbs and go, okay, interesting. So just look out for them to know them probably demolish the whole place, redo it, and then increase the rent
Yeah.
because they now have they now have the dominant vote in that condo because they're more than
Majority.
50%
Yep.
of the majority. So they can dictate what happens, whether it's all condo or whether it's all rental or whether they knock it down and build something else.
Wow.
They're the
And
cause and the
it's people when you use analogies like that, real life analogies, it's no different when it comes to our health. It really isn't. And
no.
those that are the major players, and in our case in the US, big pharma, with being mixed up with politics, being mixed up with real estate, being mixed up with
Why,
everything that you can
this
think of
this is why
that
you
relates to
must
the infrastructure.
This is why you must be a part of the political process. I don't care who the hell you vote for. Well, I do, but
Well, yes.
but you must be a part of the process because this is how these deals get made. You have to have a seat at the table. Either you are at the table or you're on the menu.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So you have to have a seat at the table, and the only way you do that is by guaranteeing that the candidates that you see that support the causes you're supporting and are going to push forward the needs and the desires of your community are put into office. That's the only way. And it happens at the local level and the national level. National level is far away. The local level is what really matters, right? That's what matters for you in your general community. The wider situation is the national election. But in your little community, the local elections where people tend to not want to vote, but those are the commissioners that are going to be signing on the dotted line when those big corporations come in and say, we want to buy this property, this land here.
But you know what? People might be saying, but what does that have to do with health? These are the things that help to reduce the dis-ease.
Correct. Listen, I remember when I was working for the health department, and I had just been hired. I was probably one of two black people working in, and we were both
You're black?
Jamaicans. Well, yeah.
I thought you were Jamaican.
Same thing. So one out of many one people were everything down there.
Right.
So I was also Jamaican, and he was a supervisor. He had been there long. I got there, and I remember as I got there, they had this project to go into the area around Rock Pit Lake by Sawgrass, not Sawgrass, by the swap shop.
Okay.
That community
Yes.
where that dump is.
Yes.
That dump, that the land there that you see nobody building on was a dump. And there was a lake back there called Rock Pit Lake, and people were fishing in the lake. And there was very high rates. There's lots of mercury in the fish, lots of toxins, lots of dioxin. The dioxin is a particular toxin that was in that. It's called a Superfund site. It was designated as a Superfund site by the EPA,
Yes.
which is now useless. But anyway, funds allocated to, one, educate the people in the community, number two, find a way to cap it or either remove the dirt and fill the landfill. Anyway, so they asked me to go into the community door to door to educate the residents on the dangers of eating fish out of this lake. And there's always the one lady who knows everybody's business in the community, right?
Right.
I happened to knock on her door. She's retired, so she's at home. And she colored me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you came." She said, "Let me tell you, my next door neighbor, this one, that." And she told me, she ran down the list, house by house by house, resident by resident by resident, talking about the cancer rates, who had died, who was now diagnosed, who was on chemotherapy, whose mother had died, whose brother had died, whose children were sick. With this one, and it was a roster of sickness, cancer, death.
Right.
It was scary in that particular community.
You know what
Years
is
have
funny?
passed.
You know what is funny? My father used to frequent that community.
And and he had cancer.
There you go.
And if he was eating fish from out there, very possible.
Well, I
Very,
doubt
very possible.
that, but he used to
But he was
he had
in the community,
friends
and it
in
was in
that
the best.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in the bus. And if they were cooking food, and who's to say?
Well,
If
yes.
he'd go over there and they fry some fish, and don't know where the fish come from. Maybe it came from the lake. You don't know.
Right.
You know. But the fact is, so many people over there died, and then after a while, it just got quiet. They did put a supposed cap, on the area. They haven't really dug up anything, but it looks like a golf course now.
Yes.
And then slowly but surely, if you go back in that neighborhood now and look at what's happening, or because remember the property values over there shot down in underground.
Yes.
All of a sudden now, you can't buy property over there.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 400,000 sellers. And one of the tip-offs was the big fire station. My husband has a property over there, and one of the big tip-offs was this huge fire station.
Yes.
They built a fire station before, but it's huge fire. You go on 31st now, just north of Sunrise Boulevard,
Yes.
and on your left-hand side,
It's an
after you pass
it's an
it's a
amazing
lot
fire station.
of a fire station. I mean, I've never seen one state of the art.
Yes, it's
I've never
beautiful.
seen one that beautiful. All right. There's always there's signs, and you drive down Sunrise Boulevard and go a little further east. You see the kind of stores coming in, and you know what's going on.
Yes.
And you drive back there now and look at some of those homes, and you'd be like, wait a minute, this is not the same neighborhood I came knocking on doors.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the same, and that was not that long ago.
Right.
Not that long ago. I was working for the health department in what? I graduated 93 to 95 to 95 or 96 to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
2001. Mm-hmm. I was there for 5 years, and it was right as I got there in 96 that I was on this project. And I was going door to door. 96, and now fast forward 2020. Whole different community, and if you drive over there, you would not recognize the place. One by one, they're demolishing the old homes, putting up fancy homes, and you can't buy over there anymore. And it's happening.
Well, some would argue that you're talking about the 1900s and the 2000s.
Okay. Okay. They're not there. It's a 1990 something. It's not like it's 1908.
They don't. Like that making a
It's
big
not that long
difference.
ago. Yeah, apparently, 80 years is nothing.
But yes, these all these little things are connected, and
They're all connected.
they contribute to our dis-ease, whether it be
Co-
reduced or increased.
Or increased in some way, shape, or form. And we have to pay attention to all of these things.
Yes.
Where you live, the food you eat in the communities you live, what kind of food are available. The grocery stores, what are they providing? Is it just corner
The
stores?
water.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, we want to sleep and watch reality TV and watch the housewives of whoever.
Yeah.
And not pay. The housewives don't business about it. They're not in their tax bracket. They're not in their tax bracket. They don't care what's going on with you. They're getting paid. And you're sitting there watching their mind rot while your life is going to hell.
Yes.
Literally.
Literally.
So
Yeah.
it's time for us to really pay attention and become participants in the process and get out there, get educated on what these elected officials, local, municipal, and federal, but more so local. The federal is one thing; it'll take care of itself. But
Yeah.
locally, we need to start to think locally
Definitely.
and not globally. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So I thank you so much again for the opportunity to come and share my thoughts and
not a
share my
problem.
heart. I've always been doing this. As you see, there are multifacets to the Dr. J-Luv.
Listen,
Lots of different. I'm an onion girl. Lots of layers. Lots and lots of layers.
the veterans, I'm sure, are smiling, big smiles right now just to hear your voice once again. And those who are new are like, where has Stu been hiding this one?
Right? Where has he been?
I didn't hide her. She just had things to take care of.
Yes, it has been a difficult road. I'll even, I mean, I will say that, during my mom's illness and her subsequent passing, I think I went through a little bit of a depression. I had to admit it to myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I recognized that I just really withdrew from everything that I love because I just had to focus on taking care of her. That's all I could do. I didn't even think about myself. I
Yeah.
didn't have time.
Yeah.
I wasn't a priority at that time. So, and then after she passed, I was like, oh, she's gone. you know, you never
Mm-hmm.
recover from that. You never,
Yeah.
those of us who have lost our moms, you never recover
Yeah.
from that. And I realized that I was in a full scale functional depression. I was functioning. I was depressed, but I was functioning. I was busy. I just stayed busy so I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to cope with it. So I think I'm just starting to come out of the funk a little bit and get my a little bit of my mojo back. It's coming back slowly, slowly but
Out.
surely, but it's coming back. I'm getting my rhythm back again. So I've my husband to thank for that. He's always been there, to support and push me and be
Yeah.
like, baby, it's gonna be, and my great friends like you and Thea and my peeps who've been there for me and have been so supportive. I don't have friends, I have family,
Yep.
really and truly. Family by not by blood but by heart.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's my true family, to be honest.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what it's been a lot. It's been a long road, and there's a whole lot of lots of layers to me now. Lots of that that were there, but were I never had time to really investigate them. But I've been doing the work. Been doing the work now. That's how zen I sound today. Very zen.
and
It's
and
really
and we get
mellow.
to reap the rewards of your work.
The rewards of all
Cameos
that
like
hard
this
work.
one. What?
Right? I'm telling you, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yes, it does. When you come back.
When I come back on a regular, I got you. I got you, DJ. I hear you putting it in with the plug in. I hear you.
Hey,
I hear
listen.
you loud and clear, bossy.
This is your baby. I have just been nurturing
This is
her.
true. This is true. This is so
So
true. I do have to come back and be a little bit more regular, a little more visible.
yes,
Definitely will do. But again, thanks so much for the opportunity to
not
share
a
my heart
problem.
and share.
It's
And
my
I'm,
pleasure.
I'm a phone call away. Just a phone call away,
Oh
honestly.
yes.
I've speed up my Tuesdays now, so I'm able to just focus on taking care of business and
Yeah.
doing some of the things that I've been accustomed to doing.
Right. Well,
Cool beans. So thanks
thank you,
so
Dr.
much. Have
J.
a great night.
You
Thanks to
take
all the
care.
listeners out there. Hope you learned something. Take care. Have a
All right, we'll talk.
promise that good on TV. Don't watch nothing about Corona. But drink one. Stop.
Yeah,
Don't
drink
feel
one,
like
don't watch
Corona.
one.
We don't feel like Corona. We drink Corona.
That's right.
Hi, my
Hey,
dear. Take care. God
all
bless.
right, love you. Good night.
All right. Love you too. Night, night.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dr. J-Luv, Dr. Janice J-Luv Stone, or depending on the circle that you're rolling in, Dr. Janice Ricketts, Stone-Ricketts. Listen out for her. Look her up, seek her out. We didn't put out her contact details tonight, but don't worry, it's coming. All right, we're gonna take a quick little break. When we come back, we pretty much wrap up tonight. I want to say thank you to before I take the break real quick. Segment sponsors that if you notice, those of you who are watching, I had changed the segment sponsor. I didn't mention them. So, quick mention before I take this quick break. I want to say thanks to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea SU is a licensed massage therapist that operates out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade, and South Palm Beach counties. Just give her a call, 954-655-9000. She comes to you, and she brings a table. Only requirement is that you pay her and get off the table when she's done. That's just about it. Um, I want to say thank you also to Reggae Global Entertainment, and Reggae Global takes care of many of your needs. You have your bookings. They act as booking agents. They do event planning. They do publishing, they do copyrights, legal contracts, they do graphic design. You call them, see what they can do for you, how they can help you out, and mention that you heard about them on a night shift. 954-998-8034 gets you in touch. Thank you, Reggae Global. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we go into musical therapy.
Pulse Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulse Media Group.
Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
The award-winning Palace Peace and Love Academic Scholarship is appealing for your support to help educate one student at a time in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Palace awarded 492 scholarships and several computers to university and high school students in Jamaica and the Caribbean over the past 7 years, valued at approximately 33 million Jamaican dollars, $250,000 US.
Importantly, our university graduates to date include 15 medical doctors, 10 lawyers, 6 engineers, and 15 fine arts students. Our goal is to award at least 105 scholarships in 2018.
Please partner with us to make this a reality for those well-deserving, hard-working students by making a tax-deductible donation online at www.palace1.org
or send a check to Palace, P.O. Box 5461, Alpharetta, Georgia 30023 USA, or telephone 770-744-2154.
Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine to representing word and honor. Celestia DJ Kevin Stew.
I want to welcome you back to the show. This is our musical therapy. This is the sound of B-Fly, Lady Di. It's called Just Never Give Up. It's also known as a cancer fighting song.
Challenge yourself to get up and fight. Keep a positive mind, it's gonna be alright. Just keep on battling with all of your might and stop that cancer out. Just listen to me now. Just never give up. Just keep on fighting. Never give up. Just never give up. Cancer's a foe, no friend of man. It is dangerous, no doubt. It comes in many different forms, and they all can take you out. But if it gets you, don't give in. Dig down deep and find strength within. Find a little hope and faith, and let the healing begin. Come on and challenge yourself to get up and fight. Keep a positive mind, it's gonna be alright. Just keep on battling with all of your might and stomp that cancer out. Just listen to me now. Just never give up. Just keep on fighting. Never give up. Just never give up.
I want to say thanks to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring this segment of the show. The GMAT Music Solution provides sound, light and stage production services, musical equipment, PA systems, audio engineers, DJs, bands, musicians, singers. They bring your event to life. Give them a call, 754-307-GMAC. That's 754-307-4622. Tell them you heard about them from the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
Just listen to me now. Just never give up. Just keep on fighting. Never give up. Just never give up. Just never give up. Just keep on fighting. Never give up. Just never give up.
Don't ever give up. Son of Lady Fly. Sorry, B-Fly, Lady Di. Not Lady Fly. B-Fly, Lady Di.
Just never give up.
Don't ever give up. The cancer fighting song.
Of course, it will.
This is a Twiggerific one.
Of course, don't give up.
It's called Don't Give Up.
Pray upon it, pray upon it. Don't you ever walk away from it. Don't you quit, cannot play with it. Don't give up. I am asking you to stay upon it, pray upon never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed judge a warning, never live to see today.
This is Phil Watkins.
Families falling, never live to see today.
The track is called Today.
A lot of innocent people falling, that live to see today. So if you live to see another day, I tell you don't forget to pray. Jah bless you with His mercy. Another chance to right the wrongs from the choices that you've made. Love will guide you upon your journey. Life is much better when you know what it's worth. Let every step count, let every move work. Here today, tomorrow, say your day and a deeper. So set your mind and good living. With that you feel flirt. Waste your day seeking vanity. Flesh thing now go work. Walk fast from dirty liberty road that you know feel hurt. It best to wear a smile than to wear a dirty smirk. Remember we put Jah first. A lot of people never wake up this morning, never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed Jah warning, never live to see today. Violence leave a lot of families falling, never live to see today. A lot of innocent people falling, not live to see today. Give thanks and praise, we still fortunate. Work a breeze, spread the message, cause we still have low breath. Life, no promise on the road where we check, but Jah never failed me yet. Rise up in the morning giving thanks. With life, I have a special romance. Me and good health a slow dance. Thank you, Jah, for giving me a next chance. You see the sun, you feel the breeze, you feel the pouring. Not take life for granted. You live another day of a million no morning. As Jah has come, a lot of people never wake up this morning, never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed Jah warning, never live to see today. Violence leave a lot of families falling, never live to see today. A lot of innocent people falling, not live to see today. A lot of people never wake up this morning, never live to see today. Oh, the ones who never heed Jah warning, never live to see today. Violence leave a lot of families falling, never live to see today. A lot of innocent people falling, not live to see today. So if you live to see another day, I tell you don't forget to pray. Jah bless you with His mercies. Another chance to right the wrongs from the choices that you made. Jah guide you on your journey.
Right now, hear what the storm I say. It no matter where you dey, say tribulation dey everywhere. Stand firm, yeah. Them dirty system.
This is the real storm.
Can't touch the microphone. We slew them just like.
It's called Foreign Life.
Oh no, I say the track, Lord, is really hard, Lord. It not pretty here abroad, Lord. Foreign not easy. Look how them undermine the needy. The black, the poor get no regard, Lord. Me Charlie come a foreign looking for a better life. Him have him two like a daughter, three like a son, a mother and a wife. And not now go on about 2 acre farm, but the kindness that him showing at the community, everyone will agree that they made from what him grow. Just want to escape the sufferation, dry the tears from my eyes, provide a good foundation, cause the well was running dry. Him thinks a milk and honey, they about he was surprised when him touching at the place and realize, hey, I tried, Lord. It's really hard, Lord. It's not pretty here abroad, Lord. Very not easy. Look how them undermine the needy. The black, the poor get no regard, Lord. Step on the block, yeah, when me stay. We living day to day. Fill out them application, but of the most I guarded by the Father. When you step, no forget say you feel militantly hold the order. Only the king of king who rules and reigns can try to trump the card. How them a try control we will not belong to them. Them want we go back to the days of picking cotton tree again. So rise my people out there from but don't be afraid in the cause of the vulture. Remember your roots and remember your culture. While them a pillage and while them a plunder. The trod, Lord, is really hard, Lord. It's not pretty here abroad, Lord. For it not easy. Look how them undermine the needy. The black, the poor get no regard.
Living while I'm living in a this I'm a Gideon. Daily to the Father I give praise. Things is getting harder every day. There is no way we have to make a way. I beg you hold on.
This is Janice Junior.
Hold on. Yes I am. Just hold on.
It's called Clutching Straws.
Okay, alright.
Courtesy of One Harmony Music.
When I was washed out in the deep, yeah. Babylon police and gunmen killing in the street. Finish paying bills and no one can't afford on me. Chemicals and poison in the products that you eat. Mama always told me what is always what you reach. Make your bed with thorns, my dear, and that is where you sleep. The eyes of God are watching, better practice where you preach. They'll be weeping, they'll be wailing, they'll be gnashing up the sea. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yes, I am. Just hold on, my brother, hold on. Yes, I am. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just hold on.
I want to thank you for tuning in tonight.
Hold on.
This is actually where I bounce on out and leave you.
No change. Rich is richer, poor is poor, and things will make the same.
Thank you for tuning in.
They don't understand us. They don't speak our language. All is pain and anguish.
I do hope you learned something.
Crime and tax are raised and I can get away.
Or reinforced something.
As of the system steady weighing on my brain.
Ultimately,
King and Lord of Lords.
that you take something away from this show tonight.
Negativity refrain. I beg you hold.
Wherever you are in the world,
Hold on.
I bid you,
Hold on.
whether it be good morning, good afternoon, good day.
Hold on.
From here in South Florida, it's good night.
Just hold on.
Catch you tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 till midnight. Real Talk Wednesday, aka
Hold on.
Marlon's favorite night shift show. But until then,
Think our rights can
y'all take care.
wrong. Their policies are policies.
This is where I get out of here.
Don't tell them lies, tell all them, believe them now. Too long me I endure the blows, easy then throw. So I'm living while I'm living in a this I'm a Gideon. See me and no see me that they said to them politicians. Them living while they giving, yes, them taking out a favorite. And that's why me tell you, try to grip on the mission and tell you, hold on, hold on, hold on. Just hold on, my brother, hold on.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.